Welcome to Toon Tracks Racing. I am your host Chris, and today for Season 2 of 3's Racing, we will be seeing Groups 7, 8, and 9 go at it to see who will make it to the next round. And special thanks to our sponsor JLHcrafts.com Racing, who provided us the 3-lane curve and many other printing accessories that we have on our track. Go check them out in the description below. So here's a quick look at the standings from Groups 1 to 6. So far, only 3 teams have had perfect runs with 9 points. Will we see more today? So sit back, relax, and enjoy the races. Let's take a look at the first group we will see today, Group 7. This group picks the rookie M&M Racing going up against 2 veterans, Team Mogmog and ENZO Racing. So let's see what cars they will be racing. M&M Racing will be in the Dodge Viper RT10. This car has done well in previous tournaments. Next up, we got the ENZO Ferrari, driven by Team Mogmog, and this car made it all the way to the championship in Season 1. Will it fare better this season? And then we have the ever-popular 70 Dodge Charger RT ID car, driven by ENZO Racing. The cars are set, so let's kick this off. Heading down the first stretch around the bend, and the ENZO Ferrari flips over on the side coming out of the turn. And then the Viper twirls and loses control, but he still makes it over the finish line. And throughout all this chaos, ENZO Racing finishes second. And this was a wild start to today's racing. It had rained earlier today at the track, and this is going to prove to be a very dangerous track for these cars to race on. And throughout all this carnage, the Dodge Viper RT10 from M&M Racing, the rookie, manages to secure his first career win, and what a race that is to remember. And that was nice of ENZO Racing to give him that winning shove. So thankfully Team Mogmog appears alright, as the ENZO Ferrari is getting ready to head back to the finish line. So here you have it, the Dodge Viper with 3 points, the Dodge Charger with 2, and the ENZO Ferrari with 0, with that unfortunate DNF, but luckily he is okay. And there he goes, off to start race 2. They're back at the gate, ready to go, and here comes race 2, and they're off. And hopefully everyone stays on their tires this time. ENZO Ferrari looking good, but once again here comes M&M Racing, overtaking the ENZO Ferrari, and he grabs his second win with an 8:04 time, and that is a quick 6 points for the rookie. As you can see, coming around the curve, the Dodge Viper almost suffered the same fate as ENZO Ferrari, but he manages to keep it, and not only does that, he excels past ENZO Ferrari and grabs his second win of the day. Throughout the 2 races, the Dodge Viper is still sitting in first with 6. ENZO Racing has 3 with his Dodge Charger, and Team Mogmog makes it on the board with 2 points. So this is it, the last race for Group 7, Race 3. And who's going to take this group? The Viper gets off to a slow start, but look at him go around the bend. ENZO Racing now flips over. And once again, M&M wins, and he walks away with a clean sweep with 9 points. And we hope ENZO Racing is okay. That has been a treacherous curve. Already claiming 2 cars and almost had a third with M&M Racing. But what a job by M&M Racing to take that inside lane perfectly. And unfortunately for ENZO Racing, he ends up on his roof, and that'll give him 0 points for this race. And Team Mogmog claims second place with another 2 points. So here you have the final standings for Group 7, with M&M with 9, Team Mogmog with 4, and ENZO Racing with 3. And we hope he's okay. And a quick shout out to Freddie the Yeti, who has volunteered to be our 3rd marshal here at Toon Tracks Speedway. So that brings us to Group 8, and here we have Metal Mania 3D going up against Fast and Furious Garage, followed by Indiana Diecast Racing. Metal Mania 3D will be in a 91 Mazda MX-5 Miata. This will be the first time this car has raced on this track. Next up, we have the Matchbox 2020 Corvette C8 going for Fast and Furious Garage. And here we have the dangerous Ferrari 348 from Indiana Diecast Racing, and this car has proven to be tough to beat. Race 1 is about to start, The cars are raring to go, and there they go. And they're looking good, going on the curve. No flip overs this time. And the Ferrari 348 is going to walk away with a clean win. And Indiana Diecast takes the first match with 3 points. And a good job by Fast and Furious Garage for keeping control of his car going on that second lane, which proved to be hostile in Group 7. It looked like Indiana Diecast was out for a Sunday cruise in his Ferrari 348, coming away with the easy victory. And that'll mark the first one of his young career here at Toon Track Racing. So the first race results, we have the Ferrari 348 in first with 3, Fast and Furious Garage in his Corvette with 2, and Metal Mania 3D in a Mazda Miata with 1 point. Race 2 is about to go. For that green lane, there they go. Will the Ferrari take race 2? We'll have to see. And again, all cars manage that curve fine this time, and once again, Indiana Diecast Racing claims first place in that Ferrari 348. But we did have a switch in second place as Metal Mania 3D claims second place with Fast and Furious Garage claiming last. But still, a job well done for these cars on this treacherous track. Indiana Diecast still holds on to first with 6 points, with Fast and Furious Garage and Metal Mania 3D tied at 3 points apiece. So here we go in the last race for Group 8, and they're off. Heading to the curb, and it looks like you have a casualty. It's Metal Mania 3D, this time in lane 1. And once again, Indiana Diecast Racing walks away with the win and a clean sweep with 9 points. And a good job from Fast and Furious Garage, able to finish the race and gain another point, and that'll break the tiebreaker for second place. And the curve has another casualty, this time in lane 1, as Metal Mania and his Mazda Miata sideswipes the safety wall, and that'll take him out of contention for the next round. Indiana Diecast picks up his 3rd career win. What a great way to start, and that'll make him top dog for Group 8 with 9 points. Fast and Furious Garage finishes second with 5, and Metal Mania 3D finishes last with 3 points. And there is Superfan Jimmy, and it looks like he's standing alone as if he was banished from the stands for some reason. And on that note, that brings us to Group 9. Here we have Madness Motorsports going up against Lions Den Racing and Simpson Diecast Racing. Madness Motorsports will be in the Nissan SKYLINE GTR R33. And I believe this is the first time this car will see Toon Track Speedway. And then we have the gorgeous Lamborghini Veneno from the Lion's Den. And this car hopes to replicate what the Gold Veneno did just the other day. And then we have the classic 67 Ford GT40 Mark IV from Simpson Diecast Racing. And the cars are set, and they are at the gate, and they're off. Heading to the curve, all the cars make it out okay. The Veneno in the lead, but here comes the SKYLINE. It's going to be close, and the Veneno, who got spun out but still gets the win, as Madness Motorsports claims second, and Simpson Diecast Racing claims third. And what a finish this was for race 1 of this series. You can see the Veneno overtake the Ford GT40. The SKYLINE puts pressure on the Veneno, but just did not have enough to knock him out as the Veneno slides across the finish line. That's the first career win for Lions Den Racing. Congratulations. So after race 1, we got Lions Den with 3, Madness Motorsports with 2, and Simpson Diecast Racing with 1. We're all set for race 2. Here we go. The cars come roaring down the track, and the Veneno takes that curve perfectly, but here comes the SKYLINE, and Madness Motorsports will claim his first victory of the day. So let's take a look at the replay. You see all 3 cars have a great start, and heading around the curve, the Veneno comes out first, but in the second lane, the SKYLINE overtakes the Veneno and walks away with his first win of the day, and that'll give him an additional 3 points and his first career win here at Toon Track Speedway. So after 2 races, Lions Den in first with 5, tied with Madness Motorsports and his Nissan SKYLINE, and then we have the Simpsons Diecast Racing 67 Ford with 2 points. So we reached the final race of the day, race 3, and here we go, and the cars are off. Looks like the Ford GT40 had a slight lead, but he coughs it up, And the Skyline seems to suffer some kind of malfunction, and the Veneno walks away with the win. And he will take first place for Group 9. Let's see what happened. You can see the Ford GT40 was looking good going into the curve, but he slows down enough to enable the Veneno to overtake him. And unfortunately, it looked like the Skyline clipped the safety wall, and that cost him any chance of finishing first. So Lions Den picks up a second career victory, and once again, we have a good performance by a Lamborghini Veneno. So the final stats for Group 9, we have the Lamborghini Veneno for Lions Den with 8 points, Madness Motorsports in the Skyline with 6, and Simpsons Diecast Racing was a 67 Ford GT40 with 4 points. So let's take a look at the current standings after the first 9 groups have gone. We now sit with 5 cars with a perfect run with 9 points, and this is only going to get tighter as the races go on. We hope you enjoyed this day of racing here at Toon Tracks Racing. And don't forget to subscribe if you have not, so you do not miss any more races here at Toon Tracks Racing. And Commissioner Jason says,
bye-bye.
Take care all and see you on the track.